Welcome back to my YouTube channel, fam. If today is your first time here, kindly hit on the subscribe button, like the video, and drop me some comments in the comment section. And this is Within the Day with Mr. Showbiz. And on today's episode,
yes, 9-10.
Okay, when did you record the Bob Marley song?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I had the info. I had the info that you had it. You this was in 2020.
Yes. Yeah. That's how long.
And funny enough, undertone.
Yeah.
Why is it ripe for it to come out now?
I think it's up to his people when it's ready, and then it's a big moment that has to be presented the right way. You don't want to interfere in their process. So I think the hold up wasn't necessarily intentional, but keeping it under the wraps was intentional because they have to wait till they're ready. But I think it's a whole project. It's not just it's an African project they're doing. So and then I happen to be the lucky one to have the first release, and then after that they have more coming. So they had to make sure they have everything ready before they're good.
So is it going to be like the project they did with the first one that featured Lauryn Hill, Busta Rhymes?
Exactly.
Oh, so this is the part 2.
Yes.
Oh,
with
amazing.
Africa.
Amazing.
Because I think they said personally he has this attachment with Africa, and I heard he had his biggest concert in Africa. I forgot the country. So
I think the one with Zimbabwe.
I think so. Yes. So that's what they said, that his connection with Africa is very deep. So that's why they're doing this project to honor, that love that he has for Africa.
So did you choose the song, or they chose and sent it to you?
Yeah. So I had options, but then I went for Stir It Up.
Oh, you had options?
Yes.
Oh, wow. But how did you get the link?
So these things, how it happens is it's not necessarily like they're there and they're saying Sarkodie is the one that they're. What happens is they're doing a project, they need African artists, and then whoever is in charge of the project will be looking for artists that they think will suit the project. So it will be all will be presented, and then they will have to choose who they think is good. That's, I think, before they had to even reach out and say, we have this and we'd like to have you on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I see. So then we may have other Ghanaians on the project. Maybe.
Yes. Even till now, I don't know who's on there.
Yeah, because of confidentiality.
Exactly.
Okay. Right, I see. So with this Bob Marley project, was this the reason Posy G made the comment that you're going to be featuring someone bigger than Jay-Z?
You have to ask him, but that was definitely a time where, because Posy G knows me that I'm very discreet when it comes to these things. So, but I think his point was coming from pure joy and being happy for whatever that's happening. So, I don't think we really had a conversation. We had a conversation when because that information came. I was in the air.
Okay.
I mean,
in a flight.
So when I dropped, as soon as I got off the flight, I called him, and actually I was a bit out of character because I was like, no, this is not something that I want, and that's I said in the beginning, this energy, I don't want people now thinking about, you think you're doing something against something. Like, I don't want all that. It's just music we're doing. It has nothing to do with anybody, so he didn't have that thought. But for if it's this, then you have to ask him himself, because he said it. I didn't ask him to go and say it. So now, to Posy G.
So now, do you feel like you featured someone bigger than Jay-Z?
I don't think that's a thought. Because I have to be honest, it's not my thought. It's not because it's bigger than Jay-Z or bigger than who, because that's perspective. People can actually think, I don't want to mention it, but everybody and what they think. Because sometimes you think somebody is huge than somebody. You go and ask somebody, the person doesn't know about the person you're talking about who is huge. So it's relative. And it's not really about that. That's not the point for me. I think anybody who gets a chance to lay your vocals right next to the original vocals of Bob Marley, I don't think anybody would take this as a small situation. It's a very big honor, and I was super nervous.
Really?
Yeah. Even doing songs with Obrafo, I get nervous because he doesn't curse. There are certain rules that it's like unspoken rules about Obrafo, because you listen to his catalog throughout the whole years. There's no song that has any type of
Curse.
exactly. And then working with me, then I have to sieve myself to work with him. So imagine Bob Marley, and yes, Bob Marley and what he stands for, and the type of music he does, and his state of mind. So you have to. So Stir It Up was easy for me because, of course, it's love. So you can get away with it a little bit and be, But if I chose any of those, I have to be in the zone to be able to get to that point. Because I had options like that. There were songs like that, but I knew that I wasn't mentally there. So I had to choose the one that I could do.
Legendary. Yo.
Man, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. But the fusion of chi.
Yes.
Yes. I was following. There was a conversation going on, especially with the language, and it's international. Bob Marley is this and is that, and Sarkodie bringing it, and still people coming. You still hold on to the fact that you're representing your people, and you won't forget your roots, and that's what you're easily familiar. That's what you're familiar with, and it helps with your flow. Could that be the reason? Again, do not take me out of context, because I've listened to you do some English lines, and just the chi was like it was just a little bit of that, and you still delivered. And yes, I mean it sucked. Forgive me.
So Charlie, that'll be the content. That'll be the content. And if today is your first time here, kindly hit on the subscribe button, drop your suggestion or your comment about the video in the comment section. And if today is your first time again, kindly hit on the subscribe button, and you can follow me on all social media handles: Mr. Showbiz _ on Instagram, Mr. Showbiz Entertainment News, and Mr. Showbiz _ on Twitter. Get in touch and let's vibe and connect more there. My name is Mr. Showbiz, and I'm out.